Hi ho cat guys, I'm Tangar Igroglaz, and today I want to remember the best moments in my life in MMORPG games like Ultima Online, Guild Wars, World of Warcraft, Archage, and much more. So I want to start. I play online games for 20 years already, and I want to start with my first rememberings when I started to play Rage of Mages. There is a game Allods Online, maybe you heard about it, but a prequel for Allods Online. It's Allods Second and Allods the First. So in English, these games they were called Rage of Mages. It's still one of the best my RPG games, and there was an internet server official in 1999 where we played, and it was my first online game ever, and I found my first friends. I was like 13 years old boy, and I always written messages in caps lock. I remember it. It was quite funny. I lived at that time in France. I'm from Russia, and right now I'm living in Russia. But at that time I lived in France and in Paris, and I didn't have Russian keyboard, so I wrote always with translate and with caps lock. So I remember it was just the most amazing thing which happened to me so far for all my 13 years. When you appear in this real magical world. Because when you play single player games, you feel it's like artificial, something artificial. You know that it's NPCs, they're not real. This magic, it's not real. But in online game, when you log in to it first time, you create your first ever character and you appear, you see other people around you. And this is really amazing feeling. It's feeling that you appear inside of the inside of fantasy book, like you are actually part of real magic. And yes, I started to chat with people. I didn't chat ever. Okay, maybe I visited some internet chats several times, but it was very special because you appear in community of people who has the same interests as you, role playing interest, fantasy interests, and it's like finally after 13 years I appeared surrounded by my friends, like people who I like, who I have something in common with them, because I read Tolkien, Lord of the Rings for whole childhood. It was my favorite book, and not much people around me liked fantasy. So yeah, when I just started to play a lot Rage of Mages second part, it was like finally appearing at home. And I joined my clan, my first clan, and I thought everything felt so big because I was like 13 years old, and all people in this clan, they were like 16 or 17 or 18, and it's like wow, everyone is so big around me. You feel yourself like a kid, but as you are become an equal to all these big people, you feel like wow, I have cool friends. It's also interesting feeling. So first, when you go for your first adventure in this game, it has full loot, so when somebody kill you, your items they drop in a bag and everybody could take it. So I remember how I went to kill some orcs, some monsters, and I played as a warrior, and another player, he just killed me and took all my items, and then it was like so, this was like shock. I was how, and I said, I avenge you, I swear it would be the last thing which I'll do in my life, but I'll do it. Something like this. Yeah, it's real emotions. It was real emotions which I do not have right now in my life. Because you go inside of this game and you feel yourself really, you do not have real world around you. When I just started to play, it was just like you dive into the water and that's it. You are inside of this inside of this water bucket. And yeah, it was huge amount of emotions in a lot. In Rage of Mages, I changed several clans. I found a lot of friends. I've started to call them because they were Russians, all of them from France. So then we met in real life, and yeah, a lot of times. So I found friends. People. Okay, I had friends from the school, but they wasn't into online gaming. They wasn't into fantasy. So it was like very special thing. It was very special thing to have like real friends who you have something very much in common. And actually online games at the first stage, it was the place where you could find people like you. Because right now, when everybody play online games, actually, this is not a community where you could find some special people. If you play World of Warcraft, there wouldn't be much people who read Lord of the Rings, something like this, or who like some special things, which you would like to find friends like this. But in old times, people who played online games, it was like not an elite, of course, but it was like special community, geeks, and it was very easy to find people like you, like yourself. And right now, when everybody plays, it's much harder. Yeah. So I do not remember where the last time I found a friend in internet. It's like quite impossible thing to do. So, and my second game was Ultima Online. I also started to play Ultima Online at 99, and it was, I think my life consists of two parts. Part where I played Ultima Online and other. Because it was really amazing feeling of diving into the real world. Because this world, it's not real compared to Ultima Online. And yes, I was like 13 years old boy who stepped into really huge and complex and very real place. A lot too, Rage of Mages, it's beautiful online game, but it has only 16 players, up to 16 players per map. There could be a lot of maps, but only 16 players. And Ultima Online, when you came there, when I just first time log in there, I didn't know what to do. So I read something about this game, a tutorial, but still you learn how there wasn't any tutorial, there wasn't any Ultima 9. It was a game without tutorial, it's a sandbox game where you have to figure out how to play. And it was so freaking interesting to get into it, to understand how to chop a tree, how to create a fire, how to cook at this fire, and how to fish, how to fight, how to cast magic. And it was like everything which you learn there, it was like huge knowledge which you obtain, and it was so satisfying, guys. It was so satisfying to learn to play Ultima Online. I think it was the most satisfying thing which I did in my life. And in Ultima Online, I just started to live there. And when I was in Ubi, it was so amazingly magical, because I saw a lot of players around me, and a lot of them, there was like, they wore beautiful armor, or like had in their hands stuff with magic or something like this, and you see other people and you look at them like a giant. You think, wow. And you are very weak, you do not know much stuff about the game, and you do not run somewhere to do something. You do not even compare, you do not compete with them, because it was like walking surrounded by gods. And slowly you become one of these gods, actually. I had lots of adventures. For example, one time I was in Ubi, like maybe 1 or 2 weeks old, and I stayed at the Britain Bank, and one beautiful girl came to me with shiny armor, like black armor, like black shiny armor, and she said, "Do you want to join my guild?" And I, with caps lock, yes. And she said, like, I saw you for a long time near this place, and yeah, because I always scavenge stuff which other players throw away at Britain Bank. When you just start to play, it was like, wow, treasures. So, and she said, okay, take your best armor, let's go to the guild house and I'll accept you to the guild. And I said, wow, I wear my best suits. I took like some gold with me, just in case. I prepared, like I took magical scrolls, which I collected for a long time. And we went out of the city to the guild house. We came to the guild house. It was like not big house, nearby to the Britain, to the east from Briggrave. And then suddenly she disappeared. And I thought like, oh, I tried to exit from this house, but the door was closed. And then suddenly someone appeared and killed me. And I became a ghost, and it was like so shockingly. And yeah, I understood that I came to the trap. So I was lured to this house, so this player killer character could kill me and take my items. And it was like so huge adventure for me. Then I go back to the city, I resurrected, and this girl again, she came to me and said, "Oh, hello, sorry, it was a mistake. Let me accept you to the guild. Let's go." And I said, "No, thank you very much." Okay, I said a lot of offensive words first, but yeah, it was just one small tiny adventure. And I remember how I lost myself in Jhelum. So when I just started to play Ultima Online, like maybe at third day, I came to the teleporter, which brought me to the unknown place. Now I know that it's Jhelum. And I was totally lost. I didn't know where I am. I didn't know where to go, how to go back, because I knew only small part, and I knew only Britain, Bank of Britain, and like surroundings. And I came to totally unknown place. But okay, Jhelum, it's like an island. It's an island with a lot of different teleporters, which bring you, when you come to one, you could appear to another. And I started to go to the teleporters, and then I thought, oh my god, it's better to stay here, because if I'll go, it's city actually, so it's not too bad, because okay, I found a bank, I understood what to do, so I started to live in this city because I feared to go to this teleport. I feared to get lost again, to get lost out of city. So I lived in this place for a week, till one day one guy like helped me and opened gate to Britain, because I didn't know how to call, how Britain called. So I said like, please bring me back to the place where you appear. And yeah, it was also huge. For a week I lived in this city. I chopped trees, I cooked chickens, I gathered trashed items, I fought with animals and took their hide, I sold it. So I tried to survive at this at this island. And finally I've remembered, I was like, oh, it's my homehood, I know everything around this tiny island. So I started to live this, a lot of players around me, but yeah, it was very interesting experience. So yeah, Ultima Online, I played it for, it was like an official server, but then I played at free servers for several years, maybe like 5, and then I came back to the official server, played there. I'm still playing Ultima Online sometimes, 20 years after, I still play sometimes. And next game was World of Warcraft, and I started to play firstly at US server with Dwarf Paladin, and then I switched to Shadow Moon, European server Shadow Moon. I came to the Horde, I was Undead Warlock. And it was like 2004, 2005, 2006, something like this. And after that I switched again because Shadow Moon was closed, and I started to play Shattered Halls, European server, for the Alliance. It was 2007. And yeah, World of Warcraft, it's like also huge story. It's like my separate life. I think I lived, and you maybe too, if you played MMORPGs, every game it's your separate life, which you live through in this game. And it's very special feelings you got from it. A lot of special rememberings and experience. It's said that right now online games, MMORPG genre, it's kinda stopped in development. I mean, new games, they're like previous ones. All new games like Black Desert Online, what is it? It's like Lineage and a bit of World of Warcraft. Or a lot of World of Warcraft clones coming, and they're kind of the same. So you can't play 20 years at the same game with the same gameplay, with the same mechanics. So of course I'm waiting for new games, and right now I'm playing online roguelike games. Of course, it's kind of very niche underground genre, online roguelike games, and this is very special because gameplay there, it's very different. And I started my own game. It's called Tangaria. You could find it at the website tangaria.com if you're interested. But of course I miss these old days when I played more RPG games. Maybe I hope that we would live through in some other games soon when they would appear, and also when I'll finish my Tangaria. It's also, I'm trying to make it with some MMORPG influence, because it's MMO roguelike game, but yeah, I'm trying to bring the things which I like. So guys, that's it. It's just a small piece of nostalgia from my soul to you. Let's remember our favorite moments in gaming and online gaming in comments. Please write your comments below this video, and see you soon in my next videos. Have a good day. I'm Igroglaz. Bye bye.